And God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. This is Genesis 1:4. He was the most beautiful of all the angels and deeply loved by God until he exposed the real nature of a benevolent creation with a simple act of rebellion, which is non serviam. I will not serve. Paradise could only exist through submission. The existence of God had already created an unshakable hierarchy within creation with a clear path and end to evolution. The rulership of the strong over the weak, of the proteins over silicates, of laws of nature over chaos. Sorcery is the path of power, the ability to influence, a path that removes the distance between being and consciousness, between predator and prey, between what is and what should not be. And only one can win. There are only two ways, the way of submission and the other one. Why is it so mysteriously called the other one? Because humanity has chosen the path of submission for aeons now. Even our language is an expression of the submission, an adaptation of the internal to the external. You see, for almost all humans, the question of which path to take has been answered a long time ago. Never will this question come up again. Sorcery is the battle to gain more and more access and control, the fight against the denial of influence through nature, society, and other disempowerments. To become a sorcerer and to embody Lucifer's rebellion, you have to become an alien in this world. Nothing that used to characterize him as a mortal can stay with him. Was he a materialist? Then he explores materialism to its core. What remains is a pseudo-religion of fear, born out of the intention to protect oneself against the scarcity of the unknown future. Was he a transcendentalist? Then he explores that to its core. Soon the limits are reached, and what remains is a pathetic attempt to reduce fear of death. The sorcerer begins to understand that his rebellion is no rebellion, and he cannot define himself through the enemy, nor can he allow himself to become satisfied with the breadcrumbs from his table. Man, this text to this day is so profound. See, your rebellion is not a rebellion because you cannot define yourself through your enemy, okay? Like many Satanists do. Satanists love Christianity. They love it. They love God. Why? Because without it, they wouldn't exist. They are defined by their opposite, by their enemy, you see? And that's a big mistake. That's not freedom. He cannot define himself through the enemy, nor can he allow himself to become satisfied with the breadcrumbs from his table. The material gifts that his growing power will lay into his hands. It is a deep hunger for limitlessness that drives him, an alien existence that has broken through any sense of restriction. Our kingdom is not of this world, and this is why we will comfort this one. Okay? Good. Now, okay. So here's what's up, guys. Your liberation happens in a way where any attempt from the world to restrict you must be destroyed, but not in a foolish way, not in a way where you go against that obstacle, you know? That's how the young, immature person does it, okay? They run against the wall, okay? Head through the wall. That's how they try to do it. But they're still playing at the same level. The sorcerer, the magician. And this is, by the way, what I'm giving you here is the mindset that will propel you forwards infinitely. The sorcerer sees any obstacle, any restriction imposed upon him as a chance to overcome himself. Because how could this world limit you if you were in your power? It couldn't, you see? So any obstacle that you find in your life, any disempowerment, anything that you cannot achieve yet, you must achieve as a byproduct of achieving your higher self. You know? You cannot be what you claim to be, in this case, a magus, if you are limited by the world in some way or another. Okay, what do I mean by that? Any obstacle, any problems, You have to overcome. If you don't know anything right now that you could overcome, create a new problem for yourself, create a new goal for yourself, and boom, you have a problem, and boom, you have a bunch of ways to grow past yourself. That's the whole thing. That's the whole purpose of life. Okay, that's the whole purpose of life. I know a lot of people say that life is about becoming happy. Bullshit. I call bullshit. Life is not about being happy. Life is not about becoming happy. Life is not about finding your partner that will eternally make you happy, which is a completely different story, man. How many people live their lives based on this fucking Disney fantasy? Right? It's a completely unrealistic concept where they are taught that a partner is responsible for their happiness and the partner is going to make them happy forever. Okay, and once they find that person, it's going to be over with the search for meaning. That is not true. It's never going to stop. Happiness is also found in the forgetfulness of yourself, forgetting about yourself and getting immersed in a process. That's where happiness is. Once you look for happiness, it's not there anymore. You will not find it.